There's one thing I ask of you Bluenoses is I'm going to highlight pretty much everything that's happened this season. Let's get into it. What's going on, Bluenoses? How are we all doing today after that performance last night? I've tried to be positive all season, you know me. I've had comments as well like, relating in terms of my positivity. I just love the club, you know. I just want us to do well and just have some luck. You know, we've had a real crap few years. It hasn't been very good, has it, you know, in terms of like results and where we've been finishing and stuff. It's been bottom half of the championship for a good few years now. And obviously we had BSHL, let the stadium go to nothing. We've had these brilliant, wonderful owners come in, you know, Tom Wagner, been absolutely superb behind the scenes, like I've said all season, and still to this day they have. But in terms of the football and results, it's just been poor, really, hasn't it? Most of the season. I was thinking about this yesterday, you know, because the excitement of having Tom Wagner and stuff come in. And I took the family, I took the wife and the two kids to Blues Plymouth at the start of the season. It feels like yesterday, you know, when we had John Eustace and winning the game 2-1 and watching the highlights back, and you could hear all the Blues fans going, go on, go on. And then obviously like cheering, you know, when he scored. Fantastic. And then I just don't know what's happened since. It's just been absolutely chaos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight what we Bluenoses have gone through this season so far. So this was John's last game. So look at the reaction from the players with John. You know, we've you can tell from the passion, you know, he's got all that going, bringing the players together for the fans, you know. Bear in mind, this is still the same season. You know, he's united the fan base, hasn't he, as well. Whether he be a long-term manager till the end of the season, I guess we'll never know now. But obviously then we had this happen.
Tried recently to address the many facets that incorporates the change of management. However, I'm going to take this opportunity because, you know, and I've been on board.
I've been on board with everything. I've been on board with Tom Wagner, Gary Cook. I've been supporting the club from day one, even if I didn't agree with the decision of John Eustace. You know,
without John,
I love the Blues, so in my heart I've had to follow their decisions. And yeah, I gave this a go as well with Rooney, and I know that this split the fan base.
Let me take this opportunity a bit as well. To put on record that we wish John every success for the future. But of course today, like all football clubs, a new era has to begin. Today, Wayne Rooney introduced himself to the staff and all the players at the first team training ground. That's his first training session here at Birmingham. But I'll remind you, and I'll remind Wayne, his role here is to be a leader, to drive successful, ambitious, and winning mentality. He'll do that throughout the men's team, the first team, academy, and all those involved in the development teams. The support, though, from all of us here at this football club to make Wayne and his team a success will be made available at every single level. That, alongside Craig Gardner, will only bring further alignment.
Now, going back to that, I know in that, at some point in that conference as well, you know, there was talks about, you know, there's a bit of toxicity, like with the fans and stuff. Gary Cook even said that himself, you know. So, we've been through a lot, Bluenoses, and, you know, I think it was a bit unfair for him to say that. I mean, as much as I've supported him and the club, and I still do, but obviously they dropped a massive bollock by getting Rooney in, and fair play to Tom Wagner, and the board. They acted on it, they realised they made a mistake. And I also had a comment as well about, I found this one quite interesting because obviously there's been talk about, there's a mixture of opinions. It doesn't mean that we're right or wrong. We're all going to disagree on things. We're all going to agree on things. It doesn't mean anything. It's just opinions. I'm not going to fall out over it. We're all in it together. We've all got the same outcome that we want for the club. We've all got the same love for the club. But there was a really interesting point. I had a comment, and I did say that I was going to read this out because basically I had a comment and it said Wayne Rooney was saying that the players just wasn't good enough, and he was saying that maybe us fans were harsh on Wayne Rooney, his managerial skills, and how he was going ahead the games with his tactics. And this is just something else that I wanted to show you as well. Just see what you think. This is just a general discussion. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I just want to hear your thoughts, Bluenoses.
We got complacent, we got sloppy, and in the end probably should have lost the game. So pleased that we actually come away with a point, but that's nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, it was a bright opening for 10-15 minutes. There were opportunities for us on the transition, but then it was wasteful again with that final pass.
Yeah, and it's a lack of care.
This was against the Rotherham game,
so when you get
early on in the season.
You're in space, and the weight of the pass or the decision making on what pass to make is costing us way too many times. So, but yeah, no, it's really disappointed and frustrated with today's performance.
When you're the home side here and there's an expectancy from the crowd, you're against the side who are struggling. How important is it that we set the tempo and the intensity here today? Yeah,
it is, and as I said, I thought we'd done that for 20 minutes, but then we allowed.
Now, one of the things that has been frustrating for me is obviously the defence. It has been the bane of our season, hasn't it? We started off really strong, didn't we, at the start with John, and then I just think having that unity that John had formed. I know that there was still fans that were falling against John, but I just think even if it was just for a short term, but even till the January or even the end of the season, just seeing how we got on, and all that just went, didn't it? All that hard work, the players wanted to play for him, they loved him, didn't they? And you could tell that a mile off. And then obviously we've had Rooney and yeah, we got big Tony Mowbray now. But yeah, it's just crazy. And obviously he was talking about the decision making of the players, and that's shown all season as well. There's been times where, there's been so many times where we could have just got the ball down when we've been on the offensive side, and we've defended and we've tried to get the ball back out, and we're just knocking it out. And there's loads of time on the ball to just stick your head up and have a little look, try and be creative and trying to find those players. Players aren't even creating spaces. The ones who haven't even got the ball, there's no fight or determination. It's just really lazy football, I think. And I don't know what your views are, Bluenoses. And again, this is only my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. It's probably meaningless. I'm only going off what I think. And obviously, I'd love to hear your values and opinions, because we're all Bluenoses. We all love the same club, and I just want to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, it just wasn't working out. So obviously they employed Tony Mowbray, and I think he's fantastic as well. It's just unfortunate, typical Blues luck, that he's been taken ill. But on the plus side, there is news that he's going to be back on our next game, by the sounds of it. I just hope that he doesn't feel like he's not getting his recovery time properly, because obviously he needs to rest. His health's important. Looking at the way Blues is now in the table and stuff, and the results are not going in our way, and it's blatantly obvious that Mark Venus is struggling to come to terms with it, leading the ship. Obviously Mowbray wants to come back to help, which is obviously superb in that respect by getting him back, and we do need him back, we really do. But I just hope that he's not rushing himself back. If he's still not 100%, but we need something. Last night it just wasn't good enough. Just absolutely appalling. Never seen nothing like it for a while. It was just, couldn't string a few passes together, kicking the ball to Middlesbrough players, constantly losing possession, giving away the ball watching, not creating space. There was no fight. There was no passion. You know me, I do like to try and find the positives, but last night there was not one positive that came out of that game, apart from being around you lot, Bluenoses. I've always said there's nothing better than being around Bluenoses, and obviously when Blues and the Middlesbrough fans all sang together, there's only one Tony Mowbray. That was fantastic, and that was the only two positives that came out of that night, last night. It's just not good enough. And if you play like that for these other 9 games, which I hope it was just a one-off, it could be nerves, it could be down to pressure, I don't know. But either way, they need to sort it out, because, you know, we're paying their wages. Yeah, 35 quid it cost me for a ticket last night, and I don't mind paying it. I'm not tight. I love the Blues. I'll go when I can. Obviously, I work shifts. But, you know, all in all, 80 quid. 80 quid to watch that. I mean, when I was talking to Melvin at the game as well, he took his kids. He doesn't go all the time either, you know. It cost him 80 quid in tickets. Now, the ticket pricing, for one, is just so expensive, you know, and you're watching that. It's just, they need to sort that out next season, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of people turning up, especially if we go down. I mean, the fan base is already crumbling as it is, and it just breaks my heart. It really does. I mean, I could feel the atmosphere last night. It was just awful, you know, just awful. We ain't singing, it's just heartbreaking, you know. I absolutely love this club. It reminds me of my dad, you know, and I've always loved going there, being around Bluenoses and singing Keep Right On. There's just no atmosphere, and it's just terrible. And I just hope it changes. I really do. And I'm still clinging on to trying to be positive. Obviously, when I do my match previews, I can't predict Blues to lose. I just can't do it. I haven't got it in me. You know, I wear this on my heart all day long. I'm a Bluenose through and through. That's because of you, Dad. And yeah, I just hope that something changes on Saturday, and fast, because we really need results. And that was our game last night, to try and get ahead and away from the bottom 3, even if it was just a point, you know. I think it's real. I think we're in trouble now, and the players have got to dig deep. They've got to fight for it. And watching that last night, if this is the way that they want to play and stuff, then it's shocking. And they should hold their heads in shame, because we're paying the fucking wages. Pull your act together and sort it out. But yeah, Bluenoses, we go again. Come on, you Blue boys. I'm hoping that they can sort it out, and it'd be good to get Big Tony back, and yeah, just see where we go from there. I just want to hear your thoughts, Bluenoses. How are you feeling today? More importantly, and your thoughts as well. Are you concerned? You know, I love it when you lot comment. This is what it's all about. This channel isn't about me. It's about us. And I just wish that we'd all stick together, you know, because it's there's nothing better being with Blues fans. I love it, I do. But yeah, I just hope we can all pull together through the joys and sorrows too. We sing that song, it's our main song. We need to stick together and just try and dig deep and plough through it, as painful as it is. You just couldn't write it, could you? New owners, everything's promising, and now we're battling relegation. It just doesn't seem real, does it? It's just typical Blues all over. Just never have any luck. Yeah, if you like what you see, then please hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Through the joys and sorrows too. Keep right on.